Here's a focused walkthrough of the King's Chamber inside Khufu's Great Pyramid. We'll look at why granite was chosen, how the stacked relieving system works, and what the famed precision looks like. Material: Aswan red granite lines the walls, floor, and flat ceiling. The sarcophagus is granite too. Why granite? It's far stronger and stiffer than the local limestone, ideal for a chamber buried under immense load. The compressive strength for Egyptian granite is typically several times that of limestone. Transport and placement. Dozens of multi-ton granite beams were quarried about 900 kilometers upriver and set roughly 43 meters above the pyramid's base. An extraordinary logistical feat for the 4th dynasty. The relieving system above the chamber, to keep a flat granite ceiling from being crushed by the pyramid's mass. The builders stacked 5 relieving chambers and capped them with a gabled limestone roof. This arrangement channels vertical loads away to the sidewalls. Here's a simple section from bottom to top. First we have the King's Chamber with its flat ceiling of 9 granite beams. Then comes Davison's chamber with a granite beam roof, followed by Wellington's chamber with a granite beam roof, Nelson's chamber with a granite beam roof, Lady Arbuthnot's chamber with a granite beam roof, and finally Campbell's chamber capped by a gabled limestone roof. How it works: the stacked voids and repeated granite beam layers prevent direct vertical compression on the flat ceiling. The top gable turns the load into an inward-outward thrust that travels down the sidewalls rather than straight through the chamber roof. Result: thousands of tons above, but the forces bypass the chamber. Some roof beams show long ancient cracks from stress and micro-movements, but the system has held for millennia. Precision you can measure. The chamber is about 10.48 meters long, 5.24 meters wide and 5.82 meters high, very close to 2010 times approximately 11 royal cubits. The granite faces are remarkably planar and orthogonal for hand-worked stone. Joints are tight, often with paper-thin gypsum mortar beds on the order of fractions of a millimeter in many places. The chamber is set on the pyramid's cardinal axis with small deviations. Modern surveys put errors on the order of a few arc-minutes to tenths of a degree depending on the feature measured. The sarcophagus, carved from a single granite block with notably true planes and nearly right angles. The finish quality and thin interior walls draw frequent comment from surveyors as an example of elite craftsmanship. A couple of extra details people often ask about: air shafts. To narrow shafts, about 20 by 20 centimeters, leave the King's Chamber and reach the exterior. Whether strictly symbolic, stellar or ritual, or also practical, their engineered straight runs through many meters of masonry. The floor. The chamber sits high in the pyramid's core masonry. The floor is laid with large granite slabs and the wall blocks are set with impressive consistency for such massive pieces. Why it still amazes engineers. Material choice matched to load path. A layered redundancy-friendly roof system that solves the flat roof under a mountain problem. An execution at scale with these tight tolerances, 4,500 plus years ago. Want to go deeper? I can diagram the load paths through the gabled roof and sidewalls, break down typical beam sizes and weights and estimated stresses, and compare Petrie's 19th century measurements with modern laser surveys. Which angle are you most interested in?